Headlines of this bulletin. Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee organized visits and offered congratulations to representatives of various Caodaism sects in Cần Thơ City, typical dignitaries of Caodaism in Cần Thơ City on the 98th founding celebration of Caodaism. Localities in Cần Thơ City simultaneously organized the launch in response to the campaign of mobilizing people to join social insurance and medical insurance. Cần Thơ City gradually raises the quality of administrative procedures in areas under power. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News today. On the occasion of the 98th founding celebration of Caodaism, October 15th, 1926, October 15th, 2022, on November 7th morning, Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee organized visits and offered congratulations to representatives of various Caodaism sects in Cần Thơ City and typical dignitaries of Caodaism in Cần Thơ City. The delegation visited the representative boards of churches in Thời Ward, Bình Thủy Upper District, An Hòa Ward, Ninh Kiều Upper District, and Tân An Ward, Ninh Kiều Upper District. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee highly valued active contributions from Caodaism dignitaries and followers to the cause of building national solidarity, building and safeguarding the fatherland in the past time. He hoped they would promote patriotism, always unite as a national solidarity bloc, continue well carrying out patriotic emulation movements and campaigns launched by the authority, Vietnam Father and French, heighten the revolutionary vigilance, fight against any blocks of national division devised by hostile forces, and uphold political security, social safety order. On November 7th, all of localities in Cần Thơ City simultaneously organized the launch in response to the campaign of mobilizing people to join social insurance and medical insurance. Thốt Nốt Upper District is chosen to be the student unit of Cần Thơ City to organize the launch, which was transmitted online to other districts. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, come Vice Chief of the Student Board, come Head of Cần Thơ City Student Board for implementing social insurance and medical insurance, Nguyễn Thực Hiện, and members of the board attended the launch. So for this year, the city has organized 3 launches in response to the month of mobilizing people's participation in social insurance and medical insurance. As of late October, of 4 types of insurances, the social insurance coverage stood at just 60%. From now to the year end, to reach the coverage rate of 92% of the population joining medical insurance, the city needs to mobilize additional 79,310 people, mostly in Bình Thủy. Speaking at the launch, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Thực Hiện requested urban and suburban districts to take more drastic actions in management and instruction. In the past, Cần Thơ City has focused on the single-door administrative procedure reform, single-door connection, to gradually raise the quality of administrative procedures in areas under power. 30 administrative procedures have been taken over and simplified, representing 100% of the plan. The city is now managing 1,882 administrative procedures, including 1,473 at the city, 267 at district, and 142 at commune levels. 100% of administrative procedures are publicized on the national database. As of now, the city has integrated 1,258 out of 408 public services at levels 3 and 4 on the National Service Portal, representing 89%, surpassing 39% of the plan. There are now 48 credit organizations and 7 people's credit funds under operation in Cần Thơ City. As of late October 2022, credit organizations and people's credit funds have mobilized 100 trillion 500 billion Vietnam dong from economic organizations and individuals in the city, up by over 11% against the earlier year. Of the figures, capital domestically mobilized made up nearly 97%, short-term capital made up over 68%, and capital mobilized from credit financial blocks made up nearly 42%. The total debit balance is estimated at 140 trillion Vietnam dong, increasing by over 16% against the earlier year. Debit balance offered to small and medium-scale businesses made up nearly 23%. The debit balance offered to procure rice made up 12%, and to export made up over 11%. Bad debt in the whole city made up 1.5% of the total debit balance. On November 6 evening in Sóc Trăng Province, the Culture, Sports and Tourism Ministry, in combination with Sóc Trăng Province People's Committee, organized the opening of the 8th Southern Khmer People Culture, Sports and Tourism Festival and the 5th Sóc Trăng Ockenbok Ngobot Racing Festival of Mekong region in 2022. At the opening ceremony, representatives of Vietnam Record Organization presented the decision that recognizes the record named Ockenbok Festival Sóc Trăng Ngobot Racing with the most athletes in participation. The 5th Sóc Trăng Ockenbok Boat Racing Festival of the Mekong region 2022 consists of main activities such as boat racing, reconstruction of the full moon worship ritual, performance of boat race, the mobile photo exhibition, the national and religious propaganda documents in 2022, among others. The festival aims to create meaningful cultural space for artisans, performers, and Khmer minority people to gather, meet, exchange, share precious experiences in preserving, promoting traditional cultural values, greatly contributing to building the values of Vietnamese people to meet sustainable development. The event shows the concerned care for the spiritual life of Khmer minority people from sectors at all levels. This is the chance for people to perform distinguished counter music routines and the traditional ngobot racing. The Ockenbok celebration, also known as the Khmer Moon Thanksgiving ceremony, falls on the 15th day of the 10th lunar month. It is a time for the Khmer to show the gratitude to the moon goddess for giving them a bumper harvest and rich aquatic sources. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism announced the recognition of the Ockenbok Festival as a national intangible cultural heritage in 2014. Trout fish is the strong product of Mekong region and has high economic values. From these advantages, Đồng Tháp Province will organize the first trout fish festival in upcoming mid-December in Hồng Ngự City. The festival has many interesting activities such as display of trout fish products, cuisine demonstration, and making world records with trout fish processed dishes, visits to trout fish breeding areas, clarifying command and units, individuals, and farming households that have great contribution to the trout fish sector. The festival aims to advertise and clarify the image of trout fish of Đồng Tháp Province and the whole region as well, from then contributing to asserting the value of Vietnamese trout fish in the international market. On November 6 evening in Vị Thanh City, Hậu Giang Province, Cát Tường Group organized the inauguration of Bến Thành Asian Night Market in Cát Tường, Western Part 2 Urban Zone. Bến Thành Asian Night Market is located within Cát Tường, Western Part 2 Urban Zone on Võ Văn Kiệt Street, Ward number 5, Vị Thanh City. It covers 16,000 square meters and has an investment cost of $13 million. This is the first Asian night market in the southwestern region. Bến Thành Asia is the harmonious combination of the night market cultures of four nations of Japan, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Bến Thành Asia is equipped with full conveniences such as a shopping area, the largest Ferris wheel in the southwestern region, square, walking street, entertainment zone, counter act performance, among others. After going into operation, Bến Thành Asia will be the busiest night market and promised to become a new entertainment and tourism symbol in Vị Thanh City, Hậu Giang Province. Now, as usual, before moving to the close, let's take a quick look at the updated weather forecast. Updated with a forecast. Don't wrap up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again English bulletin, please visit our website kenthtv.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.